Boxing isn't just about skill, it's about respect. And when a fighter crosses the line from confidence into cockiness, the sport has a way of teaching brutal lessons. Hands down, taunting, showboating.
Watch your mouth, watch your mouth, watch your mouth.
It might look good for a few seconds, but one perfectly placed punch can turn that swagger into silence. Today, we're counting down the best unforgettable knockouts where cocky fighters got humbled in the most devastating way. 1. Jean-Pascal versus Sergey Kovalev. Pascal talked big before the rematch, even mocking Kovalev's style and predicting an easy night. But once the bell rang, it was anything but easy.
I mean, he's getting the crowd behind him. He needs that energy. Sergey better continue to put that right hand on Pascal to have Pascal kind of tentative to come in.
Kovalev's power and precision broke Pascal down round after round.
Kovalev has to be wary of these big counter shots that Pascal is throwing.
By the 7th, Pascal was a shell of himself, taking punishment until the corner had to step in.
Another hard counter shot with the left hand by Pascal, and he just misses with a right hand spear.
All that pre-fight bravado ended with a fighter who couldn't even stand up to answer the bell.
And here's Kovalev landing the right hand flush on the chin of Pascal, and at that moment, referee Luis Pabon says...
Number 2, Ricardo Torres versus Kendall Holt. Holt entered Torres' hometown with a swagger, taunting the local fans and trying to bully Torres in the ring.
You see Torres get hurt, and there's that right hand. What a finisher, one punch, and that was it.
Set it up with the left.
For most of the fight, he looked in control, until round 11. Out of nowhere, Torres launched a crushing left hook that floored Holt instantly.
And I thought he was okay, but he got kind of roughed up and hit with some punches. Not really clean punches, but he just...
The cockiness evaporated as the crowd exploded, watching Holt stumble around before the referee waved it off. Number 3, Carl Froch versus Lucian Bute. Bute arrived in Nottingham undefeated, calling himself the future of the division.
Boxing Monthly has Bute as number 1 in the world, even above Andre Ward. He's in the red trunks, the Romanian, based now in Canada South.
Many expected him to dominate Froch, but from the opening bell, Froch fought like a man possessed.
From Froch. Play at all so far, Bute.
He walked Bute down, punishing him with relentless power shots. By round 5, Bute was slumped against the ropes, helpless as Froch unleashed a savage flurry that forced the referee to stop it. The unbeaten star who once looked untouchable was suddenly exposed in brutal fashion. This fight was sold on trash talk alone. Harrison promised he'd shock the world, claiming he'd finally step into greatness.
And he's not obliging, so... Two good pros who know what they're doing, just boxing their way into this, concentrating and not making any mistakes.
But once the bell rang, he froze, barely throwing punches. By the 3rd round, Hay had enough. A barrage of left hooks and straight rights dropped Harrison hard.
Assume that is the plan that the Harrison can't have. Do whatever's necessary to still be there, 7th and 8th round.
All the build-up, all the arrogance, gone in less than 9 minutes. Number 5, Daniel Dubois versus Joe Joyce. Dubois entered as the young lion, dismissing Joyce as slow and basic. For a while, his power and speed looked sharp.
Stronger, but now a couple of decent headshots from Dubois, with the clock ticking down to end this 3rd round.
But Joyce stuck to the jab round after round, swelling Dubois' eyes shut. In the 10th, Dubois took a knee, unable to continue.
Good round, both men having their moments.
It wasn't a one-punch knockout. It was a slow, humiliating breakdown that taught Dubois the cost of underestimating a veteran. Number 6, Roy Jones Jr. versus Glenn Johnson. Jones was a legend, but he still carried the same cocky style. Hands down, taunting relying on reflex. Against Johnson, it all fell apart. In the 9th round, Johnson landed a monster right hand that sent Jones face first to the canvas. He lay motionless for minutes as medics rushed in. It was one of the most brutal examples of a great fighter's confidence finally catching up with him. Number 7, Chris Eubank Jr. versus Avni Yildirim. Yildirim came in undefeated, bragging that Eubank Jr. couldn't handle his pressure. But in round 3, Eubank slipped inside and uncorked a vicious uppercut.
Кадр был довольно на крупном плане. С другой точки было видно, что Yildirim опустился.
Yildirim collapsed instantly flat on the canvas.
Криса Юбинг.
Начинает гоняться за ним Yildirim.
Eubank didn't just win, he silenced every word of trash talk with a single punch. Number 8, Kelly Pavlik versus Jermaine Taylor. Taylor strutted into the ring as the undefeated champion, confident he'd break Pavlik down. In round 2, he even had Pavlik in trouble.
Taylor needs to settle down a bit. Pavlik is showing great poise. His trainer's right.
But Pavlik showed grit, weathered the storm, and came back strong. By round 7, Pavlik turned the tables, battering Taylor until the referee had to save him.
That was the case early on, Lennox.
And that appears to be in Taylor's favor, isn't it, Lennox?
Yeah.
The cocky champ had been dethroned by the hungrier fighter. Number 9, Zab Judah versus Carlos Baldemir. Judah was the undisputed champ and he dismissed Baldemir as a tune-up fight. But Baldemir never read that script. He pressured Judah all night, landing clean shots and outworking the flashy champion.
I hope Arthur McCanty Jr. does not overreact to some of the things that have happened earlier in this fight. Now that was an off balance, that should not be a knockdown.
When the final bell rang, Baldemir's hand was raised and Judah's arrogance was left in ruin. Sometimes the most humiliating knockout isn't just physical, it's the destruction of a reputation. There you have it. In boxing, pride is dangerous. Every fighter on this list thought they had the upper hand until one punch changed everything. Which of these knockouts was the most satisfying dose of karma? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the next countdown of boxing's most shocking finishes.